Hello everyone, this is Dymo for 0 O'Clock Gaming. Welcome to part 2 of the hardware video of the graphics card that I have right here. In this part, like I already said, we're gonna do, and like the title says, we're gonna take a look at how to properly install a new graphics card with my new graphics card as the example. Now, the method that I'm gonna show is not the fastest. There are faster ways to do it, but it is very thorough. So basically, if you follow this, it will be pretty much error-free. There's pretty much no way to do this wrongly. So we're gonna do this. Now, before I'm gonna take you all through the process, I'm gonna tell you real quickly what we are going to do. First, you're gonna download the driver for the card that you are going to use. So if you are updating your driver, you of course download a driver for the card that is still in your system because you're just updating for it. In my case, I would need to download the driver for my new card. So you download the driver for the card that you are going to use. You put it on your desktop. Then you software-matically uninstall your current card. Then you hardware-matically uninstall your current graphics card, which means taking it out of your system. You plug in your new card, you start up your system, and then you software-matically install your new card, and then you're done. That's the whole process. Download a driver, remove old card, install new card using that driver. So that's the process we're going to go through right now, and we're going to start with downloading the driver. Alright, here we are on my desktop. Now, we are going to download the driver for the card that we are going to use. So, we open up a web page. Now, basically, there are two manufacturers. I'm going to open a second tab because I'm just going to show it for everything. Not that I need it, but I'm going to show you guys as thorough as I can. Now, basically, there are two biggest manufacturers of chips, and most likely your graphics card is using one of their chips, and that is ATI and NVIDIA. There are others, like you have Intel with the integrated graphics, and you also have Matrox, which makes more of workstation graphics cards. And you also have, of course, the older Voodoo cards. But most likely you have an NVIDIA or an ATI card. So we're gonna see about downloading a driver for those type of cards. Now, we're going to start off here. We're going to type in NVIDIA in the search bar, click enter, and the first thing that comes up is Welcome to NVIDIA, World Leader in Visual Computing Technologies. We're going to use that. On the other tab, we're going to check out ATI. So in the top, we'll fill in ATI. And the first thing you actually see coming up is ATI driver downloads. Now, each of these websites that you see underneath there are all, except for Wikipedia, of course, are all AMD websites, so you can go basically to every one of them. Either go type in ATI. ATI is now part of AMD, so AMD.com is the website you actually have to go to. I'll just click on the first one here. Alright, going back to NVIDIA. So that's what you do. You type in NVIDIA or ATI in the search bar, depending on what card you need to download the driver for. And then you follow the steps. Now we're just going to stick with NVIDIA just for comfort. Alright, you need to select your place of origin. We'll just click United Kingdom. Alright, this is NVIDIA's webpage. Now they have some advertisement, of course, for their products, for their technologies, for their graphics cards, all that stuff. And at the top here, everything NVIDIA is. Their products, their technology, cool stuff, which is wallpapers and all that. But we are interested in this case in downloading the drivers. So right here, partner certified drivers for workstation cards. We don't have a workstation card, at least not in this case, so we are not going to look at that. Beta drivers, of course, the drivers that are in beta form, they're not yet released. You could be a beta tester and already test it out. It might help you. In certain cases, for example, when a game comes out that isn't really great, a beta driver might fix some issues that your card has with that, but it's not that released as a full new driver. It's just as a quick fix. And archive drivers are, of course, the very, the older drivers that are not current. In our case, we want the most current driver, so we click Download Drivers. Now you are presented with this submenu, Product Type. We have GeForce, Ion, Quadro, NVS, 3D Vision, Enforce, Tesla, and the Legacy. Legacy is, of course, the older cards that NVIDIA ever made. So it's pretty cool that you can still so easily download drivers for those if you have one of those and you want to use it. But we are mostly interested in GeForce. Quadro are workstations, Enforce, not quite sure what those are. But we are most likely interested in GeForce. Now let's say hypothetically, let's say my card is a GTX 260. what do? We click on the series. Now I just said it's the 260. So in that case it would be the 200 series because it's the NVIDIA GeForce 260. I would click 260 and then I would specify the product. Now specifying the product really doesn't matter that much because usually all these cards use the same drivers anyway. But let's say you want to be absolutely sure. In this case we said 260, so we click 260. But let's say we download a driver for my current card, which is an 8800. We'll go back 200 series, but no, we talk about an 8800. So that's the 8 series. Click on that. First thing is the 8800 Ultra, but we had the GTS G92 or the GTS 512, same card. Then you click what operating system you use. A lot of options again, all the way we have Windows XP, Server even, Linux, Solaris, no clue what all that stuff is. But we're gonna go for what I have, which is Windows 7, 64-bit, language, and you click search. What you can also do is, if you have absolutely no clue what you have, you could automatically find drivers for my NVIDIA product, and you click that and it will search, and it will most likely find what NVIDIA product you have and find the corresponding driver. So that is a very easy way you could also work it out. I'm not sure if it's still in beta. When I tested it out first, I thought it was still in beta. I'm not sure if it's fixed now. But yeah, you could try that out. So we have all the data correctly filled in. So we go to search. There we have it. Newest driver at the moment of making this video is the GeForce 275.33, released on the 1st 2011. Alright, now what we do now is click again, further, download. By clicking this, agree, blah 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 blah, you agree and download. And right now we'll click save. Where do we save the download? Now here is a part that is interesting. You might have a subfolder which is there just for downloads. Like if you use Google Chrome, I'm using Opera now, but if you use Google Chrome, you would have a subfolder for downloads. With Opera, I have the luck to instantly select where I want this driver to end. Now, like I said, you want your driver to end on the desktop. I click save. Now it will be saved on my desktop when it's done downloading. Here's the download. When it's done, it will be saved on the desktop. If you have a special download folder, you will wait for it to be downloaded, then you click on it and you would basically open the folder where it's in, and then you would cut paste it to your desktop. Now why do you want it on your desktop? I will talk about that in a bit. First I'm going to check out ATI, because of course I'm going to use an ATI card, so we're first going to check out an ATI. So that was the whole process you need to do to download an NVIDIA driver. Now we're going to take a look at an ATI driver. So, graphics and driver software, you can see it up top here, products and development, support, let's see, support and drivers, that's what you click. Alright, select type of system that you have, please select the value. Now, we're talking about a desktop graphics card, in our case. Select the product family, select the product family your product belongs to, okay. Well, in my case, it's the Radeon HD series, because it's the HD Radeon 6950. These are all different series, and these are the very oldest of series, so don't be confused, these are very old graphic cards. So we have the HD series in my case. Then I need to select my product. Well, it's the 6950, so it's of the 6000 series. Then the operating system. Well, like we said, Windows 7 64-bit. Display results. And here we have it. Now we have a very basic type of thing you can download, or the full-born thing. Now we're going to download the full-bore thing because we have nothing ATI on the system and we want something. So we're going to click here to download the newest drive for ATI. Again, we click save, and again it's already on the desktop, so we click save. There we go. Now, while that is downloading, let me just tell you real quick. Why do you want the drivers to be on your desktop? Well, the reason for that is very simple. When you uninstall your current card, which is the next step, when you uninstall your current card, you will basically lose the resolution you have on your screen. So right now my screen is 1920 by 1080p, or 1920 by 1080. That's the resolution. However, when I uninstall my current graphics card, the computer will register it as not having any more graphics cards, and it will revert back to a very low resolution, something like 640 by 480. Now you can imagine navigating through your computer, through all the menus on a very low resolution can be a bit annoying. So simply for ease of use, you put your driver on the desktop. There's no real need for it, but it's just ease of use. This is the easiest way to do it. So we click all this away. We no longer need this. Click that away, and here we have it, the drivers we just downloaded. So again, if you are going to use an NVIDIA card, you download the NVIDIA driver from the NVIDIA website. If you're going to use an ATI/AMD card, you download that driver. So in our case, we need this one because we are going to use an ATI card. So the NVIDIA one can, I'll just delete that. I'll just add that here for so you guys know how to do that. So with that done, we can move over to the next step, which was softwarematically deleting the current video card. Now how do you do this? Very easy. You click to the run, you go to the run box and you type in device manager, and it comes up straight away, device manager. This is your device manager. I'll just put the driver right there. This is your device manager. Now, if you don't know what device manager, for example, if you have Windows in a different language than English, and you don't know what device manager exactly translates to in your language, there's another way to reach this. There are probably multiple ways, but another easy way to do this is go to your control panel. Right here, your control panel, system and security. Nope, I was wrong. My bad. Hardware and sound. And at the very top you see device and printers, and then you have add device, add printer, mouse, or device manager. We click device manager. Same menu as the one we just called forth. So that's what you can do as well via the control panel, devices, and then click device manager. So we click one away, we only need one. Now, in the device manager you see a lot of options. You can see how many your processor cores, the sound device, system device, sound device you're using, in my case the EMU0202 USB sound card, the monitor, generic PNP, the mouse, which in my case is the G500, and a lot of other stuff. But we are interested in the graphics card, and that is the display adapter, the display card. Click that, and there it shows what you currently have. In my case, the NVIDIA GeForce 8800 GTS 512. The card we want to remove. Click on that, and then we have a slew of options at the top. We have update drivers, we have disable, and uninstall. And that's what we want to do. We want to uninstall it. Now you can also right click it, and there's the same option, uninstall. That's what we're going to do. So let me first, of course I can't run the program while I'm uninstalling it, but I'm gonna click uninstall, and you get this menu presented. Warning, you're about to uninstall this device from your system. Delete the driver software. Yes, we want it to delete. Delete the driver software for the system. You click OK. And now I can't really demonstrate it because again I am using software to film now to record this. So if I do this, I will just the computer will want to restart after this, and it will be a bit annoying. You know what? I'm just gonna try it real quick. Click that away. All the programs that I don't need, I'm gonna click those away. Let's see, that's Chrome for nothing. Here we have Steam. I recently got a new new graphics card, the new graphics card as well, but a new hard drive, so I have to have all these games that I need to re-download now from Steam, which I will delete it. A lot of games, but we're gonna exit Steam real quick, because we don't need that, and this will just remain for the time being. Okay, now we're going to uninstall it, so we click OK. Uninstalling devices. Now I'm doing that right now. I'm losing the screen. I'm not sure if you guys can see anything at this moment. Whoa. There you go. Really low resolution suddenly. We are still recording. I don't know what kind of size we are recording, but we are apparently still recording. Hopefully we are still recording. Okay. Now we're done. We have no display driver anymore installed. And the next thing that we need to do is shut the computer off. It's actually kind of strange that it doesn't ask me if I want to restart my PC. If it does ask you to restart your PC, say no. Only if you were updating your driver you would say yes. But this is the point where you're going to replace your old video card with your new one. So you don't restart your system, you shut your computer down, and then we're going to replace the cards, which I will show you guys right now. Alright, here we go. Now, I already took the side panel off of my computer. You need to be in your computer. We're going to physically change out the graphics card. Now what you need for that is a screwdriver, most likely a Phillips head or a cross head, whatever you want to call it, because we need to remove the current graphics card, which is this one right here, and replace it with the new one. Now, because we already removed it software-matically, now we need to do it hardware-matically. Before you start, and I'm gonna fall in there and try to maneuver myself past the camera. Alright, now before we are going to physically take out this card, you need to remove two cables if you have such a graphics card. In my case, the graphics card has a power need. The other one had two 6-pins, as you could see. This one only needs one. Now before you remove this card, you need to unplug this cable, and of course on the back you have your monitor connected to it, so make sure you disconnect that before you start. Now luckily the 6-pin is very easy, just a matter of clipping pushing in this button, releasing the hook, and you can just pull it out. And we're gonna need that in a bit, so just leave that hanging, it's no problem. And at the same time I'll just grab the other one, so I have two 6-pins. That's what I need for the new graphics card. Now let's remove the back. Probably don't need a screwdriver for that. You can probably just use your fingers to use the handles here. So we're gonna take a look at that, and there we go. You see, there's the monitor cable removed. Now as you can see, I'm using this adapter here, which is a DVI to HDMI. We can just plug that loose, because now we have an HDMI port on the card, so we don't need the adapter anymore. Just put that up here, and I'll put that back. And now we're going to physically remove this graphics card. Alright, here we are back again. Just had to replace something in the camera. Right. It pays. The easiest way to do this, if this is the first time you do this, the easiest way to do is actually to get the entire case out, unplug all cables at the back, and put it on the side, so you're working on it from the top, because that way the card is actually leaning on the motherboard, and you don't have it doesn't need the support from the screws that you're just going to unscrew to loosen this card, so you can take it out. So that's the easiest way to put it on the side. I know what I'm doing, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to leave it like this. It's a dual slot cooler, much like the one we're going to replace it with. That means it has two screws holding it to the back. Remember that if you have a single slot card and you're going to replace that with a card with a dual slot cooler, remember that you need to remove one of those plates that is above the one that your card was using, because your new card needs to have two open slots. Now, I'm going to remove one screw just like that. No need for any support at this point, because it's already supported by the other screw. Also pays to use a screwdriver with a magnetic head, as you can see, because then your screw will not fall on the floor and get lost. Now I need to unscrew the other screw, and to do that, when I do that, it's best to use my hands to support the card, so it doesn't fall and basically break. So I'm gonna block it a bit with my hand, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna grab it at the plastic cooler here and unscrew that screw while holding the card up. Nope, not done yet, almost. There we go. Second screw removed. And now it's just a matter of pulling it out straight to my side. Should be fairly easy. Just pull, and there we go. And there you go. One graphics card removed. And now to get the other one to replace it. Right, here we are with the new card that we were going to use, the Sapphire. Now installing it is fairly easy. Again, if you work from it from the top, I'm gonna work from it like this. So I have to put my, so I'm gonna look at the bottom, so I know that the card slot type is actually right in the holder. And when it is like it is now, I can just, it's just a matter of pushing it in, like so. Now it's already at the same, at the correct height. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Grab my screw, put it on the head of my screwdriver, hold the card in position, and put the screw in. And there we go. Now grab the other screw. There's no real need for it, but I don't want my brand new card to be unsecure. And there we go. We already changed it out. You know, you see how easy it is. There's my new card in the system. Now we need to hook up the cables, and I can see that this cable will not reach, so I have to actually open up the back here, I think, because I did tidy those wires up a bit. Yeah. Alright, I need to cut a wire here. The other one is of course very simple, so I just plug it in right there. And for this one I just need to get a plier so I can cut that. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Here we are again. Fairly unfortunate that I had to cut that. Here's the other power cable. We'll put that in the other connection, and there we go. That is essentially the graphics card hooked up. It is, however, best for me to, let's see, in the eye of cable management, I'm actually going to disconnect these both now, if I can. That's a bit annoying. They made that a bit annoying with this plastic plate on top of it. We're gonna see if we can move these behind this big plug here and then connect them. Then they are a lot more out of the way. Connect the other one as well. Put it over here, like this, and there we go. That's nice. Nicely out of the way of everything. It should be out of the way. Alright, there we go. Now you can see power cables are connected to the system. The only thing we have not done yet is the monitor. I will do that right now. I'll just check on the back here, see where that cable is going, plug that in the HDMI port, like so. That should be good. Right, that's that. That was the physical switch out of the old card with the new card. You can see it's actually a very easy process, even more so easy if you put it on the side, but you can even do it like the way I do it. And now it's time to get back and continue the installation. And here we are, back again on the main screen, which is of course still in a very low resolution. We are on the newest video card now, and now it's a matter of trying to, or well, installing the new video card. Now, like I said, you see that we now have a very low resolution and everything is incredibly big because of that. So what we are going to do is use the driver that's on our desktop. That's what we download it for. Double click it. If you have an NVIDIA driver, you double click that. Here we go. Where do you want to install it? That's all fine. Install. And we run through the installation process. That's all there is to it. Now when this is done, oh, that's by the way something I need to mention before I go on. when I install this new graphics card, normally Windows 7 has a tendency to search for the newest drivers itself. If it does that, just let them find them, let them install, restart the system, and then basically install the drivers you downloaded at the very start over the ones that Windows installed. That's usually the best way to do it. Now, in my case, Windows did not download the newest drivers for my card, so I could just instantly use the ones that we downloaded at the start. Here we go, just a matter of clicking next, install, where do we want it, what's this, that's so good, I actually want to press next but I can't, so express, custom, we'll go custom, does not exist, would you like to create, yes. Whew, and now it is installing. Now I have no clue how long this will take, so if this takes too long I'll just jump cut, of course. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh, no, that's not long at all. Here you go. All the functions that you want to install. Don't really want to install the audio driver because we're not going to use that. Drop and drag and drop transcoding. Not sure what that all is. Media Control Center, of course, we want that. ATI display driver. This all seems to be fine except for the HDMI audio driver. We don't really want that. So, next. Accept. And we continue on with the process. Oh, we are actually in the installing phase now. We just were in the customization phase, I guess, and analyze phase before that. I'm not quite sure. Got some game. Hey, I have that game. Don't have that. It's not even out yet. Ooh, and I now have this. Yeah, when I fill in the coupon. Still haven't done that, of course. Don't have this. Don't really want it either. Not really interested in those Total War games. Too much micromanagement. Dragon Age 2. Again, a game that a lot of people like. I don't really. Shift 2. Oh, I don't have that yet. Do want. I have Shift 1. But anyway, I'm drifting. We already are done. So I click Finish. Would you like us to require system? Ah, there we go. System reboot. We need to reboot the system. So we click yes, and then I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back on the desktop. Now it instantly reverted back to the default resolution of this television, of this monitor, which is 1920 by 1080p. I now have the Catalyst Control Center, which is ATI's graphics control panel on here. If it was NVIDIA, I had NVIDIA, I think it's just called NVIDIA's control panel actually. If you want to know how to access that, real simple, you can just right click on the menu on the desktop and you can see at the top Catalyst Control Center or NVIDIA Control Panel, whatever you have. Now I've never seen the Catalyst Control Panel this detailed before. A lot of functions here, a lot of options that I can take a look at and what they do, which I will do. But this is basically it. You're done, your graphics card is installed, you're all ready to go. So for me it's now time to check out in part 3 of this video how well this card actually delivers and if it's really that much better than the card I had before this. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was at least somewhat educational for you and otherwise maybe entertaining, I don't know. But thank you for watching for this installation, and yeah, again, join me in part 3 if you want to see how this card actually does. If you haven't seen part 1 yet with the unboxing, you can do that, and otherwise, or anyway, thanks for watching. This was Zone Dymo for 0 O'Clock Gaming, and on to part 3.